Okay, we're back, and I thought I would take a look at this. And I'm thinking for our cubes, we should prefab them. I'm gonna give them a tag called block. And then the other thing I'm thinking of doing is freezing the position on the Z, just so that things, well, it'll just look different, right? Like if it has more of this kind of I don't know, this kind of a structural fall that looks kind of neat compared to just falling off. Either or, I mean, it's your own preference, right? Possibly also do the rotation on, oh, that's position. Rotation on the Y. Yeah, see, that's kind of cool. I think the other thing we should also do is probably, oh, here, I'll just duplicate one of these, bring it out, and I'm gonna take off that, and I'm gonna just slap this around here and slap one over here. Just to see if that gives it some stability for now. Not too sure how that's sliding. Move that in. Alright, he should rest against it. Now, okay. So, I think this is what we're going to do. We have all these things on. Now, I mean, if you build your blocks, probably just better. Not like I'm some sort of engineer. Right, so let's give these things some friction. Let's give these things a material, a physics material. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to push these guys in a bit. And what else was I going to do? If any of you guys are out there like some sort of engineer, you're probably watching me and like, what the hell is this guy doing? See if that just kind of gives us more stability. The other thing we could do is freeze it and then wait for the launch and then unfreeze it. See, I don't know why it's doing that. I think that's kind of weird. See, other than, say, going up to these, make sure we have them all. I'm not sure why we didn't grab those. Don't need those two. And literally just turn all this on, except for the Y. Alright, so it sits. Now technically, right, like it's sitting there. If I now turn those off, it shouldn't move. Right? there. Yeah, well, it's still kind of moved. Okay, we don't have to worry about too much about that. It's mainly the Y. And the X. So if that kind of works, like I said, if you built better than models than just these silly blocks, you'd probably be better off. But you know, this is a demo. So we have all those things have a tag. So if we just did this, and we said find array list, find objects by tag, we need a proxy. We'll give this a level, reference level, tag block. We now find them all, and then we can wait. I don't know, even say 3 seconds. Make sure to fill that part in, and then array list get next. So we need the array of that. We need a looping event. We need a done event or finished, or you can use whatever you want. This is type game object. We need a variable. Okay, so we have loop and we have done. Done doesn't actually do anything. I just like to finish it off that way. So loop, and the loop will just head right back. So we have rigid body, and if you don't have this one, it's on the ecosystem. So we have freeze position Y. That should be off. The Z can actually stay on. It's kind of neat. And the rotation is, we can turn that guy and that guy, or we can go like that. Alright, so now we create this little system. It does its thing, it does its wait. It's now has gone through, right? Like it had all the contents. If I click on these, I can see, oh, those are all still frozen. Did I not set that right? Let's check. Freeze. Oh, look, there I go. Messing that up. Not of the owner, of the current. So it runs through, and now we have, oh yeah, see, they're still moving. They like to slide, that's for sure. You know? See, I almost wonder if we should just have an event, right? Where we, for example, get rid of that, get rid of that, call them freeze, unfreeze, and this guy can be our unfreeze. Whoops. Make that a global transition. Now let's just duplicate that. unfreeze. And if we freeze, let's freeze that stuff. Then we just need a way to freeze it and unfreeze it. So what we could do to make it automatic is we could, where did I put my tutorial things? Our bullet, beautiful little bullet, has this thing. Well, what if we said get velocity of the owner not velocity, get speed. Get speed. Okay, so what if his speed, we can get it every frame, do a float compare. Of the speed, and if it's greater than, well, I don't know, say 10. If it's greater than that, let's unfreeze things. And then same thing, I'm just going to duplicate that, copy, paste, but if speed is, say, I don't know, less than 2, I meant to be freeze, not free. That's okay. Then we want to go here, and we want to wait for, I don't know, 5 seconds, say. But at the same time, we still want to be getting this. No, we just, yeah. So copy, paste. So if we finish, we'll go here. But if we are, say, greater, then we'll go there. And if we're here, and we can probably just use a broadcast for this one. Yeah, I typically don't use a lot of broadcasts, not a big fan of them, but in this case we will let it slide. So let's copy, and if we're here, let's say freeze. Okay, so now we should have, if we hit play, everything's frozen, right? Nothing's moving. And if I turn this guy on, they get that unfreeze event. And he comes in, he comes smashing in. But nice to make those a little more stable. Where's our ball? Okay, our bullet. He needs a little less roll, I think. He's kicking around 2.3. So what would happen if we went to our bullet and, well, we can actually scale him down probably a little bit. You know, it's not gonna use a spheric fire. Let's get rid of that. Let's put a capsule. And what we want to do is on the capsule, we're going to make sure he is going on the Z. And we just want him a little oblong. It doesn't need to be much, just a little bit. And then we're also going to give him max friction. I think that's just a default Unity thing. If not, it's just like that. And then we might have to adjust our when it freezes or unfreezes and stuff. Where's our slingshot? Let's aim him up a little better. So our polar, let's go like that. And there we go. He's launched. Apparently he decided to go over. Let's see if he stops. It's kind of funny looking. Looks like a little egg. Let's check his velocities. So he's back into the freezing state anyways. And he is slowing down, but it's pretty slow. So, I mean, that's where some nice level design might come in place. You know, I throw some trees and stuff like that. Like in reality, I mean, we probably should have a cube. That's, you know, I don't know, something like some sort of backstop, I guess. Alright, I just want to hit this thing. Alright, fire away. Still. I'll also look into the physics of that and see what we can do. But anyway, so we have a game manager here. We already have a canvas, don't we? And here we have score. And score is like there. So what if we have, for a bad guy, when he dies, what if we broadcast an event? Say broadcast all. We might need a new global event. Add score. Make sure to put it above that. Okay, so now let's just go to our score, and we need something to catch that. So if we get this event, and we always could, on the enemies, set an event value and then collect different events amounts. So people are worth X or different amounts, but I'm not worried about that right now. So if we get that, we're going to need a... Okay, we're on the text itself, so that's good. Get UI text, and we're going to score that as current text. We want to say int add okay, we have to convert it first. So some of those have kind of an automatic convert. convert string to int. Bring that down here. Current text, current int, add, I don't know, we'll say 50, set UI text. Make sure he's at the bottom, right? Order is very important. Of owner to the converted current int. That's it. Right, so now, if we have, probably don't need to be in 2D. So we have this guy and our score is 0. And I turn him over, turn that guy over, turn that guy over. There we go, we have some score adding up. Just like that. Right, play effects or do stuff. You know, that's all good. Actually, I don't know if I have any particle effects. Anyways, maybe we'll add that in later. So we have that. What else? The other thing we would want is how do we know when the level's over, right? So we have a tag on our things called bad guys. Well, what would happen? Whoops. So let's array list find game objects by tags. We need another proxy. Right, so we could, there's a few different ways to do this. You could have it so every time a score happens, you could just fire an event and check this. So bad guys, and the tag is bad guy. What happened there? Bad guy. So we get a collection of those. Now we simply array list count. Oh, that should be fine. So we say array list count bad guys. I don't know why I spelled that so weird. So current bad guys, bring that up, and int compare. So now there's numerous ways you could do this. Just keep that in mind. So if current bad guys is equal to 0, you win. And we would load into the next level. If it's greater, then not yet. Only I spelled not yet horribly wrong. Right, so now all we need to do is check it again. Obviously we don't want to be doing that every frame. That's a waste of performance. So let's just put a wait every half a second. And then this guy here, we can do an event for, oh, I don't know, bring up some wind things and move on to the next level anyways, I guess. So let's go over to our slingshot. And let's release it. And we suck. We hit things. We killed that one guy. Now, for that, where is our guy? So we can see here we have 3. That's exactly right. And if I... Oh, he's going to die. He's going to die. And now he's going to die, or he's dead. Right? So if I check now, we have 1 left because he hasn't fully... Oh, or he landed. I guess we should fix that. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. Now we'd load into the next level. Okay, cool. We got that part. Obviously we need some fixing and tweaking of some stuff, but big deal. So what about these things? Right, we have normal, expander, and horizontal. So our slingshot, when we shoot, we're going to create a bullet, right? So we would need a slight change to that. What we would need is, let's do another FSM. We'll call this ammo type. And all we're going to do is we are going to, actually we'll just leave this as bullet. And then we're going to go into this guy and we're going to have 3 events. Just like that. We're going to have normal, I don't know, homing, and the expander. Stick them all like that, and then normal, homing, expander. Now we don't have those yet, so I'm just going to quickly duplicate this guy, break the prefabs. I'm going to call this guy the homing missile, and this guy the expander. And we're not actually going to do anything with them quite yet, but I will prefab them and then delete them. We'll put logic in those to actually do some cool stuff later on. Not worried about it this minute. Where are we here? Okay, so if we get the normal event, set FSM game object in shot, we want bullet, not that one. We want create object bullet. That guy right there. That's what we want to change. I don't know why he's not. Where is that? We can change created bullet. It's weird. No, we want bullet. Here, I'll just do that then. And we can say normal. And just going to stick him here. And take that, copy, paste, paste. Only this guy can now be expander and homing. Come over here and put this guy over here and put that guy over here and take bullet. He's our normal. Homing will be our homing. Expander will be our expander. Go to our canvas. Nice and simple. So this guy will now go to him. Send event. Normal. This guy will go to him. Send event. Homing. And this guy, last but not least, send event expander. Alright, let's just see if that works. So if I now hit normal, we did not get nothing. Ammo type. And he's going to be a pain in our bum. And I think I know why. So, to make that easy, here is probably an easier option. Button. UI pointer click. Nope, not that one. UI button array. That's the one we want. We have 3 buttons, and there happens to be 3 slots. So if we got the normal button, and the homing button, the expander button, we have normal, we have homing, and we have expander. Let's just set those in. Normal, homing, expander. Okay, so now we should have these things. There we go. So now we have those working. We can just select it whenever, and those come in and change what should be this guy. So we have bullet, and they're obviously not changing the right variable. Because that is why. So and I think that was due to, where is it? I wonder if that was because he was in here. Interesting. So anyways, whoops. There we go. Let's change those over. I think that's all it was because it was in the output there. The new PlayMaker stuff. Okay, so if we go over here now, we should see we are using different. There's our normal, so if I go homing and we fire one, as you can see, it is a homing missile, right? And if I click on the expander and fire this thing again, we got an expander one. It didn't go very far because we didn't have it pulled. So there's that. Let's save that. So now we have some ammo changing. We got score. We have a way to end level, and we have some physics work we still need to do. I feel like we should almost move that whole slingshot over, eh? And that's a pretty far distance. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. That's not very far. There we go. Let's move this whole slingshot just this way. Might make it a little easier. Oh, yeah. We don't have a preset done. We'll have to set that up. Alright, because now we have, oh, so close to actually creaming into it. Just once, I'd like to do that. Just watch. It's gonna be too far. It's gonna be like, no, I don't want to do it. Uh-oh, did I screw something up here? think I did. Alright, there we go. Let's. Oh, yeah, right. Alright, so let's. There. Choose a missile. And fire. Oh, look at that. It's the best I've done so far. Alright, so what are we doing for time? 35 minutes, that's probably long enough. We don't want to go too long on these. We still need to get that camera system to move, and then we just put it over to touch controls, and then it's good. Right, a few bits and pieces here and there, but it's just about done. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later.